Okay, so good morning, and it's not good morning, it's a good evening for everybody now. Nobody's from the good morning side in the group now. Okay, so good evening, everybody, and once again, welcome back in today's class. Today, we are going to be discuss a very interesting topic, I must say. Okay, and little important as well. Again, I try to give as much as I can show you. I can teach you, I can tell you here. Okay, but it is just a one sample which we are going to be seeing today, not the exact picture. The exact picture can be more different than we can expect. Okay, so today topic is basically on the integration, and integration is of two systems. Okay, now the first point which is important here, what is the meaning of the integration? The meaning of the integration means that how the two different systems can talk to each other. Like from the, okay, if I give a normal example, from the Bluetooth, I can connect my speakers. This is the integration I'm doing. We are passing the information from there and here as well. In the same manner, we can do the integration of ServiceNow with number of tools. We can do the ServiceNow integration with WhatsApp, with MS Team, with Telegram, with your SMS, with the SAP, with Jira, or I can say ServiceNow itself, BMC Remedy. A lot of tools are there. Okay, but fundamental is same for any kind of a integration we do. Okay, so what this means specifically? Like if we need to understand integration in our world, how or what we can say. I want to send a letter to Pulkit. Generally, I take this example in all my previous batches as well. So to do that, I need something. I need a communicating way who can take my letter from here and deliver to Pulkit house. For this, I need the address. I need some information, some message, and I need a medium which carry my letter from one place to another place. The term we are saying which carry in our world, it is called the API. It's an application platform interfaces. I'll show the best example of API. Okay. This one. You are here who went to a restaurant and you order something via waiter. This waiter is an API. This waiter take your order, go to kitchen, bring the material and give it to you. It's a request, go, response, come. This is what the integration. And this medium is called the API. So we can build the API in our ServiceNow as well. ServiceNow provide a lot of API out of box, and this is called the integration hub. A lot of API are there. I guess as per the latest 186 API given by ServiceNow, or we call it SPOCs, SPOKES, SPOCs. Okay. So to integrate any system, I need to build a connection from my instance to another instance. So now what we are going to do? This is my instance. I will create an incident in my instance and it will be get created in the Shabrish instance. This is Shabrish instance. Both are two separate instances. You can see the address 30887 86271. But integration can be done. Being a consultant, I need to be work on the integration requirement. What is the main requirement? Number one, what is the endpoint URL? That how this particular instance can reach out to this particular instance. It means I need this particular instance plus incident change problem which table I want to be go. I need that particular part. That is the first part. Once you get the endpoint URL, then you need to do the table mapping. Means I'm creating a record here. The same record should get created in particular instance in which table. This is called the table to table mapping. Okay. Once you get table to table mapping, then we go for the field to field mapping. That which field of this table? Now remember the transform map concept. What we did the field to field mapping. This is what we have to do. Now the question comes, Atul, do we need to do it manually? Yes, we have to do it manually. And once the field level mapping done, then we go for the execution. So these are the 4 steps involved here. I as a consultant mainly work on this part. That which field of this particular instance of table going to be meet this field, sorry, this instance table dot field. This is what we are going to be do. Again, I'm telling you guys, don't feel stressed that I'm not getting understanding. Watch this video again, you will get a lot of understanding. You can go my previous batch, same video, or previous batch, same video, you will get more understanding. Okay, so now what to do here? Now let's understand what is the API first. So go here and search for the REST API. So there are 2 methods, REST and SOAP. I literally don't have any basic idea that what is the basic difference in these 2. But from the interview perspective, it has been asked that what we'll use. We can say REST API we always use. Okay. So I can say REST API Explore. Let me show that what we can do with the help of the REST API. Okay, so let me load quickly. In this part, we will see that how I can build my API. Okay, so I click on the Explore here. As I say that ServiceNow provide a lot of APIs. So here you can see that these are the API given by ServiceNow. And we take a now as of now, or the global we can say. Okay, you want to put API name, you want to see any API name. There's nothing in the global. Let me put now. There's nothing in now as well. No, it's okay. It's loading for a minute. Okay, let me load. So here we need to be, yes, now it's been done. This is what. So it says now it's a table level API. It means by using this API, I can work on the table. Okay, and it has a methods as well. Only one method is available. Have they changed anything or what? This one. So you can see total 4 methods are given by ServiceNow. Get a record. Sorry, create a record. When you create a record in my instance and you want the same should be created in this particular instance as well. Then we use the create method. Get method when you want to receive something from this instance. Then we use the get method. Put method when you want to modify something. And delete you want to record something. And there's a two things, modify and update. There's a difference. Try to get the difference in these two. What is the difference between put method and the patch method here? So generally either you can create, you can delete, you can modify, or you can update it. So we use these methods in our APIs. Okay, so this is called the CURD operation. This is one of the question I can say from the CS examination came, that what operations you can do with the help of API. So you can do create, read, update, and delete. CRUD operation we say. And these are the few parameters which we use. I will not go in this because it is just for the overview perspective. What the purpose we are going to be do, we will copy this thing. We will do post method. This thing. Let me copy this. Or you want to put some table name? Let me say table name as well. Incident. Okay. And I just put the send request. Now what I'm doing, I'm sending a letter to myself only. Nothing else I'm doing. And I'm sending, is it working? Yes, it is working. I write a letter to my address. I go to post office, send it to me itself. I am receiving, yes, I am receiving it now. It means this link is verified. Now I can copy this link up to this part. Now we will create our API where we will send, or we will create one incident here, and that will be get created on this particular part. Okay, so now come here and see REST message. Outbound REST message, where I want to be sent something. Outbound is something. Click on the REST message and click on the new here. Okay, I can put the name LNG or LNG, right? See, and in the endpoint, copy it, but change the address. What is the address of this one? 30887. 30887. Which table I want to be go? I want to go for the incident table. Because this is the, what is this? This is endpoint URL, that where I have to be go and deliver this letter. So you have to be go this particular address and go to this particular table. Let me move this incident as of now. I guess it's not be required. Now, when I do this thing, I have to go for the authentication as well. But I am at the society gate of Shabrish, and I say, hey Shabrish, I want to be enter. Security guard says, sir, give me your authentication. Who are you? So I have to be create a, so multiple authentication way. You can go on you can go for no authentication, basics, and auth2. Auth2 is like a multi-factor authentication. Everything you have to be add. We'll go for the basics one. To do the basics one, I had to create a basic profile. Means, see, let's say Shabrish invited me at his house for the marriage, and I'm like his brother. I have to go number of times outside the society to bring the things. Every time I cannot prove my identity to the guard, right? So this is what we have to do. Every time when I going to be enter in this instance, I have to prove my identity. So let hardcore, or let's create the basic profile here. Click on the new. Basic profile means that which username password you are going to be used to enter in that instance. So I can say dev 30887. Username is Atul and password, and submit. It means now when I hit on the run button, this link will be hit in the browser. It will pick up the username password from here and will create the record in this instance. Now let's come here and save it. Any question till this point? Any question? You can do integration with service integration with MS Teams as well, with WhatsApp as well. Nowadays, people are doing GPT as well. Only thing which is required the endpoint URL. I am staying in this world. If you want to reach out to me, you need my address. That is the only thing. And we call that address is an endpoint URL. Now come here. Now let's go to the HTTP request. This one. So by default, I have a get method. Get means go and bring the data from here. But what I want to do, I want to send something from here. So now what I will do, I will go in the method and click on the new here. Or I can click on this as well. And I can change post LNG and change it to the post method. Means what I send it, what I created here, it should go to that instance. Okay. And it say authentication. I said use it from the parent only, no problem. And now click on the save here. Number 1 point has been done. Now what we have done, table to table level mapping. Now let's say it's, if I run it, can I test it? Let's say what happened now. It's saying 201. It means the connection has been correct. Let's see. Come here and go to the incident and click on the all. See, if you see, this incident has been created by me. Let me show you. Because nothing is there. Show here. No, it's not be like this. What table I can say? There are some temporary tables as well. Let me see, staging table. No, not staging table. What table we call it? Yeah, I forget. Stage, wait. Let me remember this term. It's a staging table, or some tables are there where you can go and check this thing. But this incident has been created by me. By me means via this particular API. You can see here this 102. Rest all are blank because I just done the table to table mapping. I said, okay, Shabrish, I'm sending you a letter. I take a letter, write the address and post it. It's a blank inside. The same thing is there. It's a blank inside. Now what we will do, that if I create an incident in my instance where the short description contains something, then the short description should be updated here as well. This is what my intention. Again, fundamental for any integration. I'm telling you guys, you pick up any integration of ServiceNow, fundamental is always same. Table level mapping, field level mapping, endpoint URL authentication. That's all. Life cycles are different. Update, create, new, delete, everything can be done. But this is what we have to be do. Now come here and go back. Before I build a lot of things, let me do one thing. Let me click on my method and let me add this thing. Variables here. Okay. So now how to add that part? That is important. Click on the new. Let me log out and log in again. Sometime it give error. Okay, now go here. REST message. This is what mine one. Click on this, and now here on this thing, that what method I should set, sorry, what field I should send. I have to be defined here. Okay. Model test. Okay, I said name, not Herbit. I'm missing something or what? HTTP request field mapping is there. Auto generate preview script usage. Ah, sorry, go here. Yes, sorry, my bad. We should go here. In the same post method, we have to go to the HTTPS request. Here, one thing you'll be using, you are seeing as called mid server. Mid server, just as of now, just see this word, but we will do this mid server tomorrow when we go for the item discussion. Okay, and here I have to be create the methods. Sorry, I have to be put the variables here, that what variable I should want or I should send from my instance and should be copied to this one. Now what I'm doing the field level mapping, that if in my instance I write something, the short description, it should get copied in the short description of the Shabrish instance. So now let me click on the new here. It's a HTTPS and we can click on the query method. Not I'm missing something or what? Auto generate. No, wait. I'm missing or what? Record name, row value, order. Or here I have to mention. Let me try something because I guess I missed out something here. Content. The content to send with a put or post request. So there's a way to write the what I can say syntax here. Let me open my instance, another one, and go to the incident. Okay, and now what I will do, let's say I want the short description. So what is syntax for this? You have to be write like this and put the double quotes, and in the double quotes put the field name. So in this side I am putting from the source and then put semicolon and then put dollar and then copy the field name from this instance. Because we are using ServiceNow and ServiceNow, so both sides the name should be fine, like this. And then close. In this case, you have to be, or by this way, you have to be write the all field one by one. Now let me save this. Now these are the content, right? Now, if I write a content like this, it is tough for me to test the value. So remember in the transform map, we have a auto mapping. Here we have an auto generated variable. When I click on this, it will read this information and it should populate it. Did I something wrong? Let me do this, or let me check my syntax as well. Okay, wait, it should be like this, I guess. Because it's all about the syntax, guys, here. It's a one line, so nothing is required. Let me click on the save. And auto generate variables. अरे अभी भी नहीं हो रहा, ऐसा क्यों? Preview script usage, let's see what is going to be there. अच्छा, ये तो हम बाद में देखेंगे. We will need this in the later or not now. Okay, चलो कोई नहीं. Let update it. Let me open a article here because I generally follow one article for this ServiceNow to ServiceNow integration article. This person has a very beautiful way to explain. Number of time I follow this article. because I know we are missing something on the syntax only. Here or there we're missing some syntax, nothing else. So what we have to do, we have to be write the code here. Maybe it should be like this. Or I'm missing, let me check my notebook as well. Here you can see. So this is what we have done. Okay, it said dev2, we have done that part. This one, this is the code, right? Okay, double quotes and this. Okay. So it should be like this only. Let me verify the code. This double quotes, this because it's a one line, then there's no need to be put the semicolon here. And now go here and now let me do like this. Click on the save. And now let's try to auto generate variables. Now you can see it is be there. So it was something error with B here. Now what I will do, let's do a test here. But before you test, let me put a test value here. I want to put test lng, or let's say dev 86271 lng. Click and now click on the test. What I'm getting 201, it means it is correct. Now we'll go in the Shabrish instance and go back and we can see the third one, and you can see this is becoming now. Why? Because we have set the field to field level mapping here now. Now if I go here, because it is a, what I can say, ServiceNow to ServiceNow integration, it is very easy. It's a very basic and it is very easy. Now I'll go to HTTP request, where it's gone, post LNG. And now let's add one more field, HTTP, and now enter this. And now I'll copy this thing. Copy. Puts dollar. This section is for your destination. That is the reason it is called the dollar. And your this description quotes band and this time I'll put the semicolon. And now this, let me save this and let's click on the auto generated. If there's a no error in the, see, it giving me the error. Thank you. Variable substitution which are already defined but not referenced either endpoint query parameter header value content this removed. Do you want to continue? Yes. पता नहीं इसने क्या बोला, but अच्छा लगा. So now I have two values here. Okay, it says value. Now I'll put the both value. Hello from LNG and welcome world. And now test. What we are getting? We're getting 400. It means something is wrong here. It says error message exception while reading request detail the payload is not valid JSON status failure. It means this particular request which I'm sending now, it has some syntax issue which is not able to complete that part. Maybe it's this. And now let's save this. And now try to auto generate. Okay. Now let's test again. Oh, फिर error आ गई. Method failed. API now table instance with code 400. Short description. This, see, it contains Okay, now see, this is the error. But it's fine, right? Description hello from LNG. Error message exception while reading request. What wrong? Let me check this if he has 2 or 3 more fields. No. Maybe guys need to be checked that why it's be failing. Let me go back. Syntax तो same है यार इसमें. It's all 2 things only. Short description, or let me remove this. This and this. Let's try to save this again and then we'll try to generate. If it is work, fine. Otherwise, we'll go for the next point. Or we're missing something on the parameters here. No, I guess something wrong we're doing. We're missing the parameter something here. That's reason it's giving me a error at point of time. Okay. Now let me remove this to just avoid any issue here. Now the question comes, Atul, this is a static one because we are doing it from the API part, right? The business, what is the requirement? The requirement is that if I go here and create a ticket and click on the submit, it should get credited in the this instance. Now if you see, it did not get credited because what we have done till now, we have created a static API. Now what need to be do? This is called the runtime because integration is always runtime. ऐसा तो नहीं है भाई, now there is a marriage in your house on this weekend and you're sending me a letter after 5 days of the marriage. What is the purpose of that? Right? Or when you are coming to my city only, then you say, bhai, this is a marriage card. शादी हाँ वो तो हो गई, ये तो सिर्फ कार्ड देने आया था क्योंकि मैं सिटी में आया हुआ था आपके यहाँ पे. So now what we have to do, we have to create a business rule. And now the problem come for people like you and me. Until we don't know the coding. And this required a business rule, required a hardcore coding that we everybody know. Now what to do? So ServiceNow said, don't worry. What you can do, you can go here. Let me auto generate again so that it should be verified everything. Okay, go here and click on the preview usage and copy paste. Control A, Control C, copy paste. It's not, I'm not giving a wrong thing. Everybody use the same thing. If they want to create, they will do the same thing only. Now go here and let's create a business rule. Click new and add a business rule here. LNG on which table I want to create on the incident table because my API is on the incident. Incident, advance, after, insert. Go to advance and do it. Copy paste. Half work has been done. Only one thing need to be changed because if you notice here I am sending the hardcore value. See, here I am sending the hardcore value. Instead of this, I want a value on the runtime. This is the only thing which I need. And to do that part, what I have to do? Current dot. Where is the gone text gone? This one. Current dot short description. Current dot same field name. And remove this. Done. If you want to put one more, let me copy and let's try it. Or let's try with a simple one and click on the save. because business rule is the one which is on the database level. Now let's go here and create a new incident. Click on the save. In the background, what will happen? This incident gets saved. This business rule will run, and now we'll go to the Shabrish one and refresh it. You can see incident has been created on the runtime. So let's try to update this. Copy, Control C, Control V. Short description हम करते हैं description of description and description and save. Let's see, will it work or not? Now go here, create new. And click on the save here. Now let's go here and refresh. Hurray is there, and let me see. Do we have the short description? Description nahi hai, iska matlab there is some problem in the description only. Either we're taking the wrong name or in our API that's not working. Something is wrong, that only. Clear guys, this API funda. Shabrish, Pulkit, Akshad, Garima and Ujjwal. अरे yes, तो बोलो कम से कम. Good. So by this way, we create our APIs and we use that. So you can go and check it others as well. So like if you see, sorry, REST message, not API. If you see the people post on the LinkedIn that I've done this integration, how they done? Because they have the endpoint URL. This is the endpoint URL. And under that, they have a post method. You can see they have a post method, but they don't have any content here. You can add the content that from ServiceNow. I want to put the description where it should go. You can put it. So this is for the FCM Google APIs.com. You can do. If you have an API for, I can say WhatsApp, easily you can do it. Because we need only this thing, that how to, what is the endpoint URL, what is the authentication I need, that's all. Any authentication, let's see, any authentication they have. No authentication because it's an open Google APIs here. Clear. Good. So with this, we have completed our integration topic. The basics one, which I need to teach you that how this thing work. Fundamentally, I'm again telling you guys, it's the same. It's 100% same. Okay, but you have to think that what need to be built up, what need to be integrated, and then you can work on that part. Okay. Now let me come to the easy topic, a theoretical topic for 5, 10, 15 minutes about the Agile. Agile is a methodology. Like people who are in the college at point of time, you know that in the software engineering book, there's a topic come software development lifecycle, SDLC. So earlier we were using the waterfall model, V model, that is validate and valid model. Then we say spiral models are there. Now we're using the Agile as a methodology. It is not a model, it is a methodology. Okay, and Agile is very big. Nowadays, the point is that why it is be required for you guys, because you are going to be a developer. And nowadays, every company say that we are using the Agile. So you should know the basic things in the Agile. And maybe if you're preparing for your interviews, definitely now you're almost done on the course part. You can start preparing for the interviews and you can make your contacts and go ahead for the same. So these points are helpful for you to be put some positive impact on the interviewer, that you know about the Agile. Agile is a way of working. Let's say if I say earlier what happened when we are in the schools, only parents were called at the end of the year when the final results has been out. And by seeing the performance of their kid, parents were not happy. Why you did not tell us that he's not good in mathematics or this subject? Then school starting using the Agile. They start putting the parents teacher meeting every quarter, every 2 months, so that they can give the progress of their kid to the parents. Okay. In the same manner, this Agile work. Client says, I want to build or I want to deploy ServiceNow implementation. I want to go for the ServiceNow implementation. ये रहा पैसा, ये रहा काम कर दो. I said no. I will do, but let's divide the work in the phases. And you should be support me in every phase. I will build a small product. I will build a small changes and show you. So that in case you find any problem, you can let me know immediately and I can correct it for you. This is the Agile way. I'm not teaching you Agile, but I'm telling you that how it's work. In the Agile, there's a main point which is required for the developer is called the user story. ServiceNow also has an Agile module, I can say. Okay, I don't have that plugin installed. Okay, no problem. We'll discuss theoretically in that case. So there's a concept called the Agile methodology. Agile story. नहीं, Agile क्या था? Agile के नाम से सर्च करना कुछ मिल जाएगा. Good. ठीक है, हाँ, ये Agile glances. It's a good one. We can discuss this thing. ठीक है. तो how much work I need to be do for a project implementation, that is called the backlog. Product backlog. Don't consider this backlog is जो हुआ ही नहीं कभी काम. ये वो backlog है जो आपको करना है. Next 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months. And to do this part, we have a concept called the sprint. Because nowadays, as soon as you start your IT journey, you're getting into the industry. People say, okay, guys, Pulkit, Ujjwal, Garima, please come in the Scrum meeting or the refinement or the sprint planning. Eh? What is that sprint? We hear that someone that run fast. It's called the sprint. 100-meter sprint, 200-meter sprints. The sprint means that you as a developer, I as a business analyst will sit together and I will tell you guys, this requirement need to be developed, how much time you will take. Now you cannot say I'll take 5 days. If you're saying 5 days, you have to be justify that why you want to say the 5 days. In our training, the class tests are the sprints retrospective. There is a concept called the retrospective as well. I'll come a little bit as well. This one, sprint retrospective, that after 15 days, 10 days, I take your class test and see, okay, guys, how much you know. You're not doing anything good. Please start working on your part. This is what the retrospective. We analyze ourselves that what we have done good, what we have done bad, and how we can improve it. Now this has been fine. Now the mudda is that Atul, what we have to be do? You as a developer work on the user story. Please, it's a strongly recommendation. If you are preparing for the interviews, please read about little bit about the Agile as well and mention in your interview that you know little bit about the Agile. At least say yes, you know the user story क्या होता है. User story is the smallest part of a work which cannot be further divided and done by the developer. I said to my son, bring a plate. I cannot bifurcate this work further क्योंकि उसको सिर्फ प्लेट ही लेके आनी है अब. ठीक है. So this is a user story. I said, guys, can you develop a website for me? Let's say I want you guys to create a login page for me which contain username, which contain password, which contain OK, which contain cancel button. This is not a single requirement. This is a combination of the requirement. And now we have to divide this. Someone will create a page. One person will create the two fields, name and the password. One person may create the OK and cancel button. One person will put the validations. If password is wrong, I should display the message. This is called the user story. Okay, after and there's a concept that is called the time frame is called the sprint. Generally, in every almost company has a sprint cycle of 2 to 4 weeks. किसी में 2 वीक का स्प्रिंट होता है, किसी में 4 वीक का स्प्रिंट होता है. 2 वीक का स्प्रिंट मतलब कि लेट्स से I am working in a company where the sprint is for 2 weeks. So total 10 working days. It means maximum stories I can put for the 10 pointers. I'm not saying कि आपको hours में बताने नहीं. Hours का concept fail हो गया थोड़ा सा, वो नहीं चला. So we estimate, when we say estimate means we estimate that how much time will going to be take. You say Atul, I will take 2 pointers. It means 2 दिन आपको लगेंगे. 2 दिन means it's a working days. Morning 8 to 5 your working hours. 2 दिन का मतलब नहीं 48 घंटे नहीं. 2 दिन का मतलब कि वो that 2 hours which you need to be used to work on that particular user story. ठीक है. This is the fundamental of the user story. Now if you are working as a business analyst, then important point is that you have to be write the user story in a such a manner. So a user story has 3 points. Mainly 2 things if I say user story. Okay. This concept user story is my bread, butter and jam. I do day in day out this thing only. It contains as a, it's called persona, want to, and so that. As a child, I want to get a toy so that I can play with my friend. This is my requirement. Again, Shabrish, if you are trying for the business analyst role, it is good for you to be understand this point. Persona means it's not a new word in ServiceNow world. The term which we say role, they call it as a persona. Actually, it's a persona we call in the ServiceNow domain. As a change manager, as an incident manager, I want to create a web page so that my user can log in. Which role, what you want to do, and what value you are going to be get it. This is the one part of the user story. Second part, let's say Pulkit develop a web page and Shabrish said no, it's not working. How you can say no working? Because you have a AC. That is called the acceptance criteria. Acceptance criteria contain 3 things. When, then, and let me tell you when, then, or there are 3 terms we use. Meters of acceptance criteria in user story. When, then, I forget one point. Define the scope. I need to be C. Complete, concrete, concise. No. Let me open this link. I read somewhere it's a very good one. Whom, what, benefit, detail, that is the user story part. And in the acceptance, it should be नहीं यार, I'm missing out something. It's a when, maybe two things only. So when you say it is a pass, when I as a user able to log in and when I user able to enter my username and password, then I will say it is working fine. So you have to put when and then. जब मैं ऐसा करूं तब ऐसा हो तब मैं बोलूंगा pass है. I enter the wrong password and still able to log into the website. That is a wrong case. So being a what I can say business analyst, this is important for you to be write the user story very carefully. And you as a developer guys, you make sure that you get the clear picture of user story कि भाई ये बता इसमें करना है क्या business ने क्या बोला and tell us what you want to be doing the service now. I tell you one example. In one of the story, I mention a spelling of sign off to sing. Okay. I was writing a story that when a user click on the OK button, they should get a message that user sign off is required. By mistake, I put the wrong spelling. Okay. My developer copy pasted the same thing and put in the message in the UI policy. Or sorry, not UI policy, in the client script. When I go for the testing, I did not notice because almost it looks similar. Sign off, sing off is almost looks similar until you will put a very depth. In the UAT, this point has been captured by my stakeholder and say, Atul, the spelling is wrong. I said, what is the wrong? It's sign off. He said, no, it's a sing off. Then in the retrospective, we found that why it's been wrong. My developer says, Atul, it's your fault. I said, how it's my fault? He says, you only write and we copy paste it. We done from the technical part. We are not responsible for the business things. You are responsible for the business things. So I generally give this example in my training as well. Have you seen the horses when they run in the race course? अपने इंडिया में जैसे आप if somebody is from this side, MP यूपी साइड से होंगे, वहां पे टांगा चलते हैं. पहले चलते थे टांगा, जो घोड़ा टांगा चलता है. If you notice that the horses is covered, the eyes are covered with a very dark thing. Why? So that they should not lose their concentration. और यहां पर मैं सेम एग्जांपल यूज करता हूं. Developer work is to be copy and paste. That's all. They are not bothered that what spelling is there. So ultimately it's come on me. No, it's a BA responsibility to make sure that all spelling should be correct. So this is what Agile says. So in ServiceNow we have a Agile module where we have a epics, we have a user story, we have a features. I'll not go much in the depth, but for you guys as of now, understand the user story. That is more important. If you want to read about this more, don't go anywhere. Just put Agile Scrum, I guess. It's a good website. It is gone. Scrum, not Atlassian. Scrum here, or it is a Agile 101 something is there. This one, Agile Alliance. Go on this website, you will get a free course. Easily go and read about this. 12 principles, survey, glossary, little bit you should be read. Because now you cannot expect that someone give you the training or the KT or kind of things in the industry. No, days are gone. More you know, better for you. That is when I added these concepts in my training so that as a fresher you get an idea that what question can be expected from you in the interview perspective. Go ahead, Akshat. Any other doubt? Any other question?
Is it fill show right?
I'll tell you this part, Akshat. Just wait. Okay. Any question? Any doubt? So now let me come here and complete this part as well, and we'll take a quick attendance now and we'll discuss the further things. Okay, let me stop the recording here.